Signs. Let's clear the energy. Ready? Taurus, 10th of June 2020. Messages, Spirit please. Taurus, 10th of June 2020. Lies, deceit and theft. 7 weeks is mentioned. What a good start that is. What else do they need to know, Spirit, please? Closing of a chapter, something has to end. Taurus, Leo, Aquarius and Scorpio are mentioned. Someone from the past is re-entering your life, or doubled up. There's no way this is something massive. Nothing but lies, deceit and theft about someone returning from the past. It's time to close a chapter and slam the door on your way out. Those born on the 21st, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Finish this cycle, get over it, because these are liars. They've got away with it before, they'll try and get away with it again. Don't believe anything they say. Yeah, 21st of June. Enjoy some time away on your own. This is usually a marriage or something like that, but like a wedding or a honeymoon, but Spirit only have so many cards they can use, and for me this is a honeymoon period in June. So 21st of June, something has to end. You need to close a chapter, slam the door, get rid. There's been a disappointment, and it's all lies, all built on lies. So please don't. There may be a holiday booked or something like that. You may meet somebody whilst on holiday. But this whoever this was is not for you. There's someone else that you have to travel towards. Travel to the objects of your desire, be they person, things or events. You will meet someone when you travel, but the one that you're dealing with at the moment is nothing but lies, deceit and theft. Yeah, massive changes are about to take place. You need to get rid of the old so that the new can begin. Transformational energy. As of tomorrow, probably, the number 11 is massively important. It's time to end a cycle that you've been repetitively on. Yeah, moving on. 6 of Swords. Don't take the baggage of the past with you. Travel is massively important towards your soulmate. People living deeply have no fear of endings or death. This is about birth, sex, death. In Greek legend, Pluto was the god of the underworld. His earlier name, Hades, came to designate the dwelling place of the dead. The name Hades means the unseen, so something has been hidden from you. It is a good description of the energies of Pluto, which tend to transform areas of your chart without knowing until the explosion or blowout. So there will be some sort of explosion. It's about oppression. It governs renewal and birth. It brings to the surface things that have been hidden or are felt deep inside. These are sometimes painful to confront, or they are embarrassing or taboo. There will be unwelcome surprises, and Pluto can be like a tower collapsing in your life, a life from which you must rebuild from the debris, and also inspiration. Many things you have relied upon for always being there will suddenly disappear and leave. More than anything else, this represents endings but new beginnings. It is not a kind of physical death per se, since in our lifetimes we experience many deaths and new starts. This is simply a time when the decks are being wiped clean for new action. Most of the time, you begin to feel ill at ease with the feeling of something not quite right, and things go down strangely with an eerie silence like the Titanic. If you're in a relationship and it's been difficult, it will either end or will deepen and become more fulfilling. Any romance that starts at this time should prove to be intense. It is very important not to try and control things. Instead, you must surrender to the ups and downs for a while, although some of these changes may be painful ones. That said, this is a time of intense sexuality. In terms of job or career, it may be time to get another one. You may have recently been infatuated with a hidden subject, certain mysteries, or the taboo. This could be a time when you are able to sense and feel spirit around you. Sometimes this card can indicate psychic attacks, and thus you should be very careful who you open up to. Be cautious if you are involved in anything paranormal or occult in nature. You are not vulnerable. In fact, your strength is growing, but it is important at this point in time to protect yourself. Now, protection, I'll just give you a quick way to protect yourself. Imagine yourself surrounded by a bubble of light. It is created by your ancestors and loved ones in spirit as a protection. There must be no breaks in this bubble. It is a sealed bubble and you are stood within it. That is your protection. Just remember that. Just imagine that. Protect yourself from anything negative such as energy vampires, or people, lost spirits looking for a home. You may become upset concerning something about your past that turned out not to be what you thought it was. On a more mundane level, you may have to be more careful with your finances, taxes, inheritance, etc. You might have the opportunity to suddenly move to a new home, but beware of foundations, water or sewage problems and the possibility of it being haunted. Think of Pluto as leftover things that tend to languish in a state of decay or decadence, but most positively healing and rebirth. So it's a transforming energy, beginnings, new ways, the end of the old, intensity. So if there has been some lies and deceit, it's time for the broom to sweep things clean. There may be trouble with children, but it is a transforming energy and it's for the best. So don't fight this, get rid of it, slam the door on it. Leo, what do you need to know? 10th of June 2020. Messages, Spirit, please. Leo. Eight years, hard work, burning the candle at both ends, communications via the internet possibly. All about the money, finances, career, etc. Man of action, a fire sign, male, toxic situation, manipulation, growth. A situation needs to grow, but there is something manipulating you or holding you back, and it concerns a fire sign male. This is about mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children, something you are bound to by loyalty, duty, contract, or manipulation. It is a massively toxic energy. You need to grow, you need to find your happiness. This is curiously connected to the military, November the 11th, and it's abundance of all kinds, social gaiety, needing to get out, friends, etc. Those born on the 15th, living or past, state for your diary address, massively important in a negative way. Capricorn energy rules the knees, bones, and external public life, so worried about what other people think. When we grow, it is always a big thing. Sometimes it's painful. Those born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, but watch for the toxicity. So be careful what you wish for, basically. You might just get it. Yeah, something is coming to light. Illumination. Power struggles. This is about who are you truly. You want to live, you want to thrive. All eyes are on you at this time. You need strength and power to get things done. It's time for your inspiration and creativity to enable you to make things materialise. The summer months will be relevant. There may be something to do with children figuring in this situation. You may find yourself singled out perhaps in a dramatic situation, and you are going to have to be generous when the spotlight shines on you. What you are doing now is being noticed, and if you're not used to this, you may act with aloofness. Avoid foolishness, immaturity, and any lack of organisation during this time, or the matter could fall apart at the seams. But all in all, this is a progress, energetic card which foretells prodigious things on the horizon. This card indicates that matters will be going your way, but leadership on your part will be necessary. It's time to act and take your place in the sun. It is power struggles, heart chakra, self-expression. Scorpio, what do you need to know? 10th of June 2020. It's all about the children, your childhood, something from your past, somebody entering your past. It should be a positive situation. It's nostalgia, looking back on the past, childhood memories. 6 months is mentioned. There's no going back to how things were. Now you're on a threshold and deciding what next, what's in the future. Yeah. No new beginnings. You're stuck on the threshold because of finances, I believe, but it could be due to a fire sign female. You want to move forward, but you're not taking any action. Because of the finances, possibly. Something to do with children. Nothing major, because there's no major arcanas. So it's something small that you believe you can't move forward on at this time. There may only be 1 day delay, but 6 months is mentioned. So something cannot move forward at this time. The fire sign female is mentioned. Probably a Leo. Financial success. Yeah, see, finances are the problem at the minute. Once the finances are sorted out, you'll be fine. But right now the finances are a bit iffy. So no big deals for you today. Breathe a sigh of relief, Scorpio. It could be far worse, believe me. So you can't take any action yet because of finances. Endings and new beginnings. Something has to end before the new beginning can take place. So yeah, and it's a bit of a nightmare situation for you. You're having sleepless nights about it. But don't worry, when there's an ending, there's always a birth. October the 31st is being mentioned a lot. So Samhain, Halloween, whatever you want to call it, is your point of fixed transformational energy. So look forward to that date, which is 4 months from now. So that's when the transformation will start taking place. You are in a period of great transformation. Your matter in question may seem like a life or death issue. This is not a time for superficialities. You may be evaluating your life choices, and need for change is great. Something that's been in your life for a long time crumbles like a tower. It must be built back up, but in a different way. You will not be able to forge ahead without taking care of this matter. A certain change must be completed before you can move ahead. This adjustment may feel uncomfortable or will not be an easy one. Sex and death are major issues to this house, the beginning and the end. The card means serious business. A relationship will bring after commitment is made to a partnership represented by the preceding 7th house. If love is your question, it is a deep and transforming love wrought with passion and jealousies. You may find yourself irresistibly reborn through sex. Any alternate meaning could be there is a doorway you should not pass through, and that's what you're doing there. You stood on that doorway and you don't know whether to or not. Well, you should not pass. You shall not pass. Having this card present does not mean someone is going to die. This is unlikely, but it does mean that you may end up dealing with things being passed on to you. Inheritance issues, deeds, trusts, insurance policies, goods of the dead, alimony, child support, and even taxes. So like I said, finances are important. Psychic ability in all its forms is also a meaning behind this card. You may have a premonition, a dream, see the past, present and future, but even more so it indicates communication from spirit. It may be that your home environment experiences a haunting, or you become involved in a paranormal interest such as ghosts and other types of spirits. Past life information is always also filed away. Health-wise, it can mean a long-term illness with an extended period of recovery for some who is connected or important to you. It indicates that the elderly are very sick, go to die, or a place of healing, but where there's no cure. Jealousy, rivals, sabotage, and stalking are also elements of this house. However, there are more positive meanings to the house. You may experience penetrating insight, or you may go through a time of renewal. It's a time where you're given a second chance to life. Your life is made over and you can begin to build again. Darkness comes and the tower falls, but there is a better one to replace it. So try not to worry. Aquarius, what do you need to know? Messages, Spirit, please. Aquarius. Oh, damn it. Something, a partnership, but possibly one that was in the early stages, has come to an end. There is some sort of separation. It may not be a negative thing. We'll see. You're feeling separated from a loved one, or you've chose to separate from someone that you cared about. The answer is yes. If you have a question, a yes/no question, the answer is yes. This is a growth situation. Your soul is growing. Someone may be drinking a lot. Celebrations. Oh, well, no, this is good. So, you have the strength to get through this no matter what. You are growing as a person. Look to your friends for help. Leo is mentioned. It's about your self-expression, how you feel in your heart. Any problems with the back will be healed. You have fought the demons within and without and come out. You've done the right thing. Whatever you decide to do in this situation is the right thing and will bring you about abundance and happiness. So don't worry about anything. The answer is yes, you've done the right thing. If you're wondering, yes. People in uniform may be military, could be important. Remembrance Day, November the 11th. Those born on the 3rd, on the 30th, living or past it, for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. And those born on the 8th or the 26th, living or past it, for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Spirit are telling you, they know that you have, you feel like love is not for you at this time, that you've been rejected, or you always make the wrong choices, or so you're not going to bother anymore. What they're saying is, please don't do that. You've got to keep your heart open, because just when you believe it's never going to happen, it is when it will. And if you shut yourself off to that possibility, then you will never find your happiness. So your happiness is coming. If you have failed to conceive, there may be a shock pregnancy, but you have to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking will bring you romance. So stay strong and keep yourself open to love, please. The glass is always half full. There is always a reason for everything that occurs or happens. Yeah, because blessings, and I believe someone is definitely going to be pregnant. There's no two ways about that. Someone has conceived. Everything was beautiful and nothing hurt anymore. Yeah, after patience comes its reward. Balance is returning to your life. It's a time when you have been tested, your faith has been tested, you have learnt a life lesson, and now with patience things are going to come to you. Be assured you are entering a time of easy flow, or that at least many of the impediments you are experiencing are being lifted. This speaks of a period of harmony and ease that may inspire you to take a path of least resistance. But it is best that you keep your eye on the prize and not let go of the original purpose. Do not leave it on a shelf. There is a possibility that your success may be lost if you do. You will have to make sacrifices. On the other hand, this is a time where you can expect yourself to be in the right place at the right time. What may seem like a lucky break stems from the wants and desires you have been consistent about. It isn't, however, time to coast. You must continue to give a little more effort in order to keep that wheel of fortune turning. Also, don't pass up any opportunity that may fly by. Not every one of them will be right for you, but a few will facilitate you crossing a flowing river of success. So say the Spirit are giving me a really specific message now about love. Say you was thinking about going on a date with someone, but you wasn't sure. Go on that date, because there's no telling that, even if that date doesn't show up, that whilst you're there you meet someone who is the right one for you. So don't ignore anything that Spirit puts in your path. You must continue to give a little bit more effort in order to keep that wheel of fortune turning. Don't pass up the opportunities that fly by. Not every one of them will be right for you, but a few will facilitate you crossing a flowing river of success. When it comes to love, the Grand Trine card turns up. Your existing relationship should improve. Your social popularity will increase. And if single, you are about to meet a person, or have already, who will be a true partner, not only supportive of you and your success, but someone who will help advance your goals. It could indicate meeting up with a perfect mate, but this would only be as long as both of you are willing to nurture the relationship. If not, it will still be an overall good relationship, just a short-term one. This is an excellent time to apply for a loan, to ask for a raise, or to expand in terms of finance and career. Whatever the subject of your question, your path is being cleared. There are a few road bumps, but the most important thing to follow through with everything that you start. There is harmony with this card, but things will not take care of themselves. While it may seem that luck is on your side, you will have to be diligent and work constantly to bring this about. Your diligence and hard work may not be visible to others, but you deserve the success that is soon to be yours. So stay in the flow, trust in the universe, continue to do your work so that this fortuitous time does not pass you by, so you can reap the harvest. You will need to apply real effort to this. So show patience and perseverance and you will be fine. Thanks for listening.